So, I welcome you to the lecture series on digital image processing. And today, our topic is thresholding. Well, we are discussing the techniques, different techniques for image segmentation. And one important such technique is thresholding. So, the range of intensity levels covered by objects of interest is different from the background that you have to assume when you are dealing with thresholding technique. Now we are forming one equation, that is gxy is equal to 1 if fxy is greater than 3 and gxy is equal to 0 if fxy is less than equal to t. And what is t? That is our threshold. Means whenever this fxy value is greater than that threshold value, that output image, that pixel will be set to 1. If it is less than equal to t, then it will be set to 0. Well, we may have single threshold or we may have multiple threshold. This picture depicts them. Okay, this is the single threshold and this is the multiple threshold. Now, you know, say this is the image and this is the histogram of this image. And this is of node of the computer generated image and this is the histogram of this image. E, this image, okay, this is the computer generated illumination function and we have multiplied these two, means this one with this one. Then we got this d image and d image is the product of a and c. This is the original image and this is the illumination. Okay, so we have multiplied them and we have got this one. So fxy is equal to ixy into rxy. Now when we will observe the histogram, will have an image like this one. One question for you, that what differences you have seen in this product images. Okay, so as you have already seen, the histogram of the image is this one, and but we have multiplied it this illumination. Okay, reflection means generated illumination functions, then we got this one. So what is the difference you have seen this in this image and this one? Tell me through comment. Okay, now let's consider this image. We are talking about the global thresholding now. Global means we are considering the whole image. Say now threshold value is the considered a value between the maximum and minimum gray level, and based on the threshold value we have obtained this thresholded image. Okay, similarly say uh, this is the original image and this is the histogram, and then we have applied an estimated threshold from that is being calculated from this histogram. By observing the histogram you can find out the proper threshold value also. Okay, so that we will discuss, means that is a part of research work actually. So after applying the threshold value for the global thresholding, we'll have the output image like this one. So regions are properly segmented in this case, isn't it? So that is the result of basic global thresholding. Now, we may have adaptive thresholding also. But what we do in case of adaptive thresholding, will divide the whole image into different sub-blocks and will apply into each sub-block the thresholding technique. See, this is the original image, and as a result, this image, from this image we may have some initial properties of that image, but applying global thresholding the output will be like this, and that is not more clear. But when we apply the adaptive thresholding, means block basis, the image is divided into sub blocks and for each block you are applying the thresholding technique, then you will obtain an image like this, and this is much more clearer than this one. So that is the advantage of adaptive thresholding over global thresholding. Now, as some goals are concerned in case of global and adaptive thresholding, ठीक है, optimal global and adaptive thresholding, then this method tries to treat pixel values as probability density functions, that is PDF, and it always tries to minimize the probability of misclassifying pixels as either object or background. But there may arise two kinds of error while doing so, that is mislabeling an object pixel as background and mislabeling a background pixel as object. So these two types of error associated with this type of thresholding technique. But otherwise, the benefit of this global thresholding or adaptive thresholding is that in case of global thresholding, the segmentation can be done with less time complexity. While in case of adaptive thresholding, the result may be better, but the complexity will be a little bit higher also. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood what is thresholding technique. And basically, you have seen that the idea of thresholding technique is always dependent on how to find out a good threshold value. Okay. And when we are considering the whole image at the time, that becomes global thresholding technique. And when we are considering block wise, means we divide the image into different blocks and then we are applying thresholding to each and every block, then it becomes adaptive thresholding technique. Now, coming to today's questions for this lecture, you should note down first. First question is that what is thresholding technique? What is thresholding technique? Then second question is what is autosus thresholding techniques? You know, we have a very famous technique, autosus thresholding technique. So you need to write the steps involved in autosus thresholding technique. Well, comment your answer. So meet you in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye bye.